We are now.
That's where I was going with that, actually. So, I mean, stress is... people joke about being stressed, don't they? It's one of those things that I think everyone experiences it, but to different levels, and I think people deal with stress differently as well. So we were saying that it's like you've just gone through one of the most stressful things you can actually do in your life.
Yeah.
Moving house.
Yeah, I've just bought my first house and moved house.
So was it stressful?
Yes. I think the whole process was stressful, and like waiting to get the key, and what if something goes wrong, and yeah, while working full time as well. Yeah, it was definitely, I was feeling the stress, and I did take a week and a half off work to settle into the new house, which was definitely needed, because I think I'd spent 3 or 4 months every single weekend packing boxes, and I was like, I need a break.
It feels never ending though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you never feel like it's going to happen.
No.
And I remember like my partner got the message, I think it was like 1 p.m, and said, oh, we can go get the keys, and I was like, yes, I'm Ubering them right now. And as soon as we got the keys, it was like a weight lifted off our shoulders.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, it's finally ours. But we've been in it now, it's 2 weeks today, which is crazy, but it still feels like not my house. It feels like a hotel, like a show home. Like it doesn't feel real still. And I think I'm still getting past that stress, because obviously I don't know about anyone else, but like it starts to make me feel ill, like the stress, almost like cold symptoms.
Yeah.
And though I think my body is still getting past that point, but
Yeah.
So we can both relate to that. So just before Christmas, you know, like the last time we had deadlines, Charlene moved into her own place, and I moved out of my house into my mum's temporarily, because we're going for a whole thing with my auntie, and we just didn't know who was going to be where. So I'm staying at my mum's, and all my stuff is, half of it's in storage and half of it's in my mum's garage. And Charlene had to set up a house by herself after living at your house for like 20 years. So total different reasons for moving, but still the stress is like...
It was something else, wasn't it? So most of my house has been done from Facebook Marketplace. It was it was very creative in my purchases. But I get where you're coming from, when it takes a while for you to feel like it's yours and put your own stamp on it, and even though you've got all the things, it's creating that home, isn't it? I think that's the difference is between a house and a home.
Yes.
Whereas now mine feels like my home. But I mean, I've been about 5 months. Is it 5 months?
Something like that, yeah.
Flies by. So.
And then you got to find out that you had some great neighbours.
I know, literally. Bettina and Kira live like round the corner.
Oh, that's
Like
so nice.
within like sort of 5-minute walking distance. It's amazing.
In fact, we're doing we're walking challenges, aren't we, this month? So you guys are doing one for your fundraising, aren't you, for walking?
Yeah.
And we're doing one as well. So Kira and Bettina was trying to get Charlene to go to walk with her. And
It hasn't happened yet.
No.
I would have gone, but I was literally because we have to have counselling for. I was online to my counsellor with.
That's why it
therapy.
made me laugh, because I knew she was on personal therapy, and then in the group chat that we've got with like the 4 of us in, they took a picture of Kira, and she was stood at the road sign for Charlene's road. She's like, "I'm stalking you, Charlene."
It was funny.
So yeah, that was great.
Yeah, we've still got the rest of the month though.
Yeah.
We've still got time to do it.
Yeah.
Go for it. So what are we stressed about at the moment? I mean, I'm gonna sort of, we can't say because obviously dissertation, or you do this, you don't. Yeah.
So what are you stressed about? But I can't say dissertation. Like
No.
that's like that is the main thing.
That's the most obvious thing. Okay. So what are you stressed about at the moment?
Me.
Are you stressed?
Do you know, actually, I was talking about this the other day to, I don't know if it was you or to Sophie, and we were saying about like stress, and I said it's really weird because this is a good stress. Like, do you know when you've been in situations in your life and you're like, it's a bad stress because it's really crap?
We had this conversation.
Was it me and you?
Yeah.
And I knew that I'd had it with someone. It's like, because, you know, the moving house thing, that's a bad and a good stress because it's hard work. But So, like, when you think of situations in your life that you go through, like, I've had a relationship breakdown and that was stressful, but it wasn't a good stress. And even though this is really stressful, it's a good stress because I'm doing it out of choice. And it's not something that I don't want to do. But it's still just as stressful. And we had a whole conversation around the differences between good and bad stress. So whether you can categorise them as good stress, I don't know. But this is an achievement. Do you know what I mean? When you get to the end of it. And I think it's going to be rewarding, but it's so stressful. Like the thought of having to do that dissertation just gives me anxiety as well.
We're not allowed to talk about dissertation. That was your word.
Right, that was not my word. I'm all about the dissertation. And on the side note for that, we've got an 8,000 word dissertation, a 3,000 word case study, and a 2,000 word reflective assignment to go with it, because why not?
As well as doing counselling hours.
Personal therapy.
Counselling clients, having personal therapy ourselves, as well as
So we've got to hit 100 hours of counselling placement, 30 hours of clinical counselling ourselves, or getting counselling, and then for every fortnight, because we have so many clients, we have to have supervision. And like, so I've got dyslexia and I've just had to try and get a support plan because I've not had time to put a support plan in place, like, because I don't have any time. So maybe I should action that, you know, with the whole dissertation thing. And then I just had the email and it's like, can you put your availability on here? And you had to pick 3 spots. I've just had to put Monday on every single one of them because it's not only 3 time. So hopefully they've got availability on a Monday. Otherwise that'll be stressful too. So yeah, what are you guys stressed about?
Who wants to start?
Are you stressed about anything?
I'm chronically stressed.
Yeah.
I must say. But it's a curse, I must say. If just this tiny thing happens, my tummy is just... right now, I'm mostly stressed about the future, since I'm international as well, and there's a lot of things going with that. So, looking for jobs, getting rejected, not being able to apply because 85% don't take grad visas. Yeah, that's a big... Yeah, it's insane.
Can I just clarify that when you said getting rejected and we looked at each other and I laughed, I don't want to come across insensitive, it's because there's a whole thing behind that. There's a story. I'm just going to put that out there, that I'm not being insensitive. And I am working on it.
Right, just a minute. Daniel said, are the other 3 mics on? Vicky's loud, but everyone else is quiet on YouTube.
No, you were all on.
I think Vicky's just generally loud.
Louder than the rest of us.
Weirdly, Sky came in and did something to like my microphone and Josephine's or Bettina's, one of them, and it's on. I don't know.
So do you know? Just sorry, thank you for that, Daniel. But do you know? Do you know when I go onto my microphone and just see when I'm talking, if it's not coming up on the thing. Might need to just adjust all the microphones a little bit. Yeah, keep going.
Well, live on air, doing microphones.
Sorry, we're doing microphone checks.
Right,
thanks,
you're all
Daniel.
right.
Do you want to do your microphone check?
I'm live.
Live microphone check.
This was so awkward before we were live.
It's so much better now.
Do you know? No, actually, what are you stressed about anything at the
I was
moment?
going to say, in the mix of this, what are you stressed about?
Okay, I think genuinely the only thing I'm stressed about at the moment is like committee nominations coming up. Like,
yeah.
because I've always said like my societies and like my student services are like my babies. Like I'm like Mama Bear. I'm so protective of all of you, and like it makes me nervous the fact that like nominations are coming up for like committees, and I just want you all to get committees.
Yeah.
And knowing that is happening, I think it's next week, that makes me like nervous and like stressed because I don't want to see any of them like fall or not get the committee because they're all so amazing. But yeah, that's the thing I'm stressed about at the moment. Like, and that's just me like work wise.
Yeah.
Because like my house is fine now. I'm not stressed about that at the moment.
Yay!
So we've had the all clear on Charlene and Josephine. So sorry, Bettina, but over to you.
Ask me a question then.
Okay. So my question is then, could you not just get married?
Oh.
Just like you're engaged.
Yeah.
Just get married.
Just expedite it.
I know, but
I was going to say, is that legal? But
The point-
you're engaged anyway.
yeah,
then
but the
you're
point is, I don't feel like I'm getting married for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
I want to get married when it's right, and we have the money to do it.
Yeah.
But- Yeah.
Rather than.
Yeah, but if worse comes to worse.
Well, this is ridiculous though, isn't it? Because you're going to be here anyway,
Yeah.
and you are going to get married and settle somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking as like working for the union, have you thought about the officer roles?
Do you mean the president and
Yeah,
no,
president, welfare, education, and VP activities.
I don't think I have the personality for it.
But they're paid roles,
Yeah.
and you could run for 2 years, and that would mean you're still here.
But my goal is to find a place that could sponsor me, because then that's ideal at least. But it's a good idea. But I also don't think I have the personality. They're just great at it. I think I would just be. Oh, shit.
I think you'd be amazing.
Yeah, I
to
think
be
you
honest.
would. Yeah.
Guys.
I mean, I'm not allowed to know, but I can tell you, like, I think you'd be great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will think about it.
Well, we're all rooting for you.
Yeah.
you.
I think you, because I think you have a really bubbly personality.
Yeah.
Okay, enough with the compliments. But thank you.
So yeah, I think it's Friday. I've realised that Fridays are actually the worst time to do a radio show at the moment because my brain stops working properly. In fact, no, my brain and my mouth in conjunction don't work very well. What's the most ridiculous thing you've been stressed about? Is there a ridiculous thing?
Oh, God, that's a question and a half, isn't it?
Do you know what? I have one.
Yeah.
So, my cats are indoor cats, and since moving, we have like proper like doors to the garden. And my cat, he is staring out those doors all the time now, wanting to go outside, and he's like clawing at the carpet because he wants to go out, and that is stressing me out because he's an indoor cat. He's my baby, and I'm like, am I being a bad cat mum because like I'm not letting him outside?
Not
And that
letting him
is
out to
like,
play.
you know, one of those, like we were saying, like those stresses, but it's not a stress, but it is because I'm like, am I a bad cat mum because my little boy wants to go outside?
Oh, there's a whole guilt thing there, isn't there?
It is, yeah. But,
Yeah,
and
I get that.
he'll just stare out the window, and it's like he's guilt tripping me. He's like, I want to be out there, and I'm like, oh. I took him out the other day, and I like held him whilst he like walked around.
That's it. Can't you just get somebody on a lead?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that.
Yeah.
And
Cat
then
on a lead.
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
harness and a
people do that.
lead.
I had a cat. I had a Spanx, the naked ones. They're obviously indoors cat. We had a lead, and he had to wear a UV suit in the summer. He was like, yeah, he didn't like it. He hated it. But he was out.
There's quite a lot of indoor cats. So that somebody I used to work with, she's got 2 Maine Coons, and they obviously, I don't know actually why they got. I mean, they're massive.
Yeah.
My friend breeds them. She's got 4
They
of
are
them.
amazing.
I want one so much.
So beautiful.
So I'm just going to throw it out there that cats give me stress.
She hates cats.
It's not a hate from a distance. I'm actually scared of them. Like, that is... Honestly, I would rather you put me in a room with a snake or a spider. I've got an actual phobia of cats. And I don't know where it came from because I actually used to have a cat. But I can't. And in fact, where I used to live...
I'm shocked.
So weird.
Honestly, where I used to live, where you come out of my house, the kids used to go to the school at the back, and there was a field that we could cut across. And this cat knew that I was scared of it. Right?
They know.
Do you know what it used to do? There was a passageway to get through to the field. Every morning, it'd be sat in the passageway because it knew I couldn't pass through. So I used to try and have like a long distance conversation, like, can you just please move out the alleyway? And I had the baby in the pram at the time, and I was trying to do the whole school run. It would never move. I used to, honestly, I had to walk an extra 25 minutes every day for no reason. It just took me about 4 minutes to get to the school, just because a cat used to sit there, and the kids found it hilarious. But then, because we had like a bay window and the kitchen was at the front, so the bay window was there. If I was cooking the dinner, he used to come and sit on the window and stare at me through the window. I'd be like, this is not normal.
Do you know what that cat knew?
Yeah.
That you didn't like cats.
It did.
It's like, but my ex at the time, right, he did not know, he used to think I was mad, and he'd be like, I said, the cat's stalking me. Right, when I go out to the bins, it hisses. When I'm doing dinner, it watches me through the window. When I go to the school and it sits in the alleyway, so I can't get through, right? And he thought I was crazy. And then there was one night I was making tea and he was stood at the door and he was like, he started laughing. I was like, what are you laughing at? He was like, I've been stood here for about 15 minutes. He's like, and that cat is actually staring at you. It's like, I told you. Honestly.
Maybe you just wanted to be friends.
I did not want to be its friend. It got up on its back and everything and its hind legs.
Oh no, did not you?
And then another cat, when I was getting the washing in, it was like, we used to have a big long back garden and it was walking along the fence. I was minding my business. I was not rupturing that guy. He jumped off it and ran towards me like he was going to eat me or something. I had to run in the house and lock the door.
Dramatic much.
But it ran. I didn't even know cats could run until that point.
Just walked everywhere.
Say, cheaters.
Yeah, but this was like a house cat and it ran. And its back went up again on the fence and it ran. And there was a whole hot tub in front of me as well. So imagine if someone was watching that, it probably was kind of funny because I nearly fell over the hot tub. And then I thought, in my head I was thinking, oh my God, imagine I fell in the hot tub and the cat jumped in there with me. I think I'd have died. Like, it's had to like try and get past that with the washing and everything, like running into the house and lock the door. Didn't go in the back garden ever again.
It's hilarious.
You're so weird. Really weird. Anyway, so Daniel shared, because Daniel's got proper FOMO because he's not with us tonight, but he's still contributing.
Daniel said the
He's-
cat was plotting against
Yeah.
me.
Daniel's dog sitting, but he's actually said one of the most stressful things is first date stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with
I
that.
think that's a unanimous agreement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, no.
Have you got any first date stories you'd like to share?
Have I got any? I've had really, generally nice first dates actually.
So
I've
did
not
you
been
feel
on.
stressed like leading up to it?
No.
No.
No. Yes. A little. No. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, or no.
I haven't had many because the sort of all my relationships have been, I've met them sort of through work first, so there's not been a
So it
person
wasn't like
I've-
going to meet him new.
no, it wasn't sort of, I knew them or knew of them before I went on the first date, so it wasn't too nerve-wracking. And I think most of the time, this sounds really bad, I wasn't bothered. So it's like, yeah, I'll just rock up, go for a drink or a bit of food or whatever, and if it goes well, great. If it doesn't, who cares? So that's probably why I wasn't stressed, because I didn't really care if it went anywhere or not.
Yeah.
So, whereas yeah, the whole thing. Now I think about it, I just don't. It's not stress. I just think, oh God, it's too much like hard work.
Yeah, it is hard work. I think the last time I went on a date was like 4 years ago, no, about 5 years ago. And then I just decided to have a whole men-free experience while in university, which I've really enjoyed actually. But that date was in COVID times, and it was met through a friend, and we couldn't go anywhere, so I sort of knew them but didn't. And it was, I think it was the same as you. Like, I just went, and it was where it was, to be honest. And then we ended up staying together for about a year, and then split up. Well, then I came to uni, and no regrets.
Absolutely not.
No.
Right, Daniel. Now you're trolling me. Before it's been Vicky said for me it's the second date and he's on a ghost. Rude.
Oh yeah.
So Charlene got ghosted, and Daniel's calling her out for it now.
It's actually the third date, Daniel. But...
Get your facts right.
It's all right. We've talked about it before. He knows. He's fine with it now.
At length.
Yeah, if you've tuned in previous weeks, you'll know about Charlene being ghosted.
Not that I'm bitter or anything, but
So we had a whole topic on like dating, and we both picked a topic each, which was our pet peeves. And Charlene picked ghosting, and then told us about her whole story. And mine was text messages. I don't like text messages. If people want to have a text relationship, I'm just not there for it. And then we was talking about the whole like morning text, you know, when you meet someone and then they first start sending you messages and like, morning beautiful, I instantly want to block them. Like,
Does it give you the ick?
yeah, literally it is. Because I think, do you know, in this day and age when everyone's got so much access to social media, they've probably got and this is probably me being really sceptical as well, is they've got access to a lot of people. So then then it was really funny because we joined a dating website to do like a bit of market research, and it was so funny because after that show there was a guy that messaged me, weren't he, and he put the exact message, right? So I left it, messaged back at night, and then the next day he sent the same message again, so I blocked him. And I just think, if that's all you've got in you is like one morning message, like how many people are you sending that to? But I also don't like having a relationship via text message anyway, because I think you can come to an assumption of what they are. You can perceive them as something that they may not to be, and then it's that whole like, do you build an attachment through messages and you paint a picture of that person?
Like, what if you're getting catfished as well?
Exactly.
If it's only over text, you don't know what they look like. Or...
Well, right.
It's a whole hatfish.
Oh, the hatfish thing is real. It's like,
Absolutely
oh my God.
real.
It's like, it's like,
Have you heard of a hatfish?
No.
so the profile picture is done with a hat, and then you go further down and the bold,
Oh, okay.
and the
But
hat makes
they've got
all
a
the
funny
difference.
heads, haven't they? And the hat makes
Yeah.
such a difference.
It's such
The
a
audacity to
difference.
call us and put in makeup.
No. It's like, and then you wouldn't believe how many different shaped heads there are. It's like, literally, it's a whole thing. Honestly, 2 weeks.
It's ears and heads, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you
Oh,
can
it's
just
like-
swap him.
It's like that, or it goes like up in like a bit of a peak thing, and it's not attractive. And I'm sorry I know there's lots of people who are attracted to bold men, but no. And this is the thing, I find myself being really judgy, and I don't feel like I'm particularly judgy. I know we all have our moments, because I know we do, but and I just felt really horrible that I was like literally just looking at people. I mean, I quite like swiping left and right, but most of the time I swiping right, it's like no, and I'm like,
Funny head, funny nose, funny ears.
yeah, too old,
Holding a fish.
old, yeah. Or,
One of the
do
biggest
you know,
ticks ever.
my biggest ick is like if they've got pictures with their kids. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you
that's
won't put your
that's
kids
a
on
boundary.
social, on any website
On a
now.
dating website, no. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm such a great dad. I'm like, no, ick. So, so I realised that, yes, I am really picky, but that there's a very, 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 very small pit, and it is a pit of single men.
I actually got a photograph,
if they're single.
ironically, today, and I don't know, it's weird that we've started talking about dating. So do you know when you come up the, what's it called? The hill towards the student, student car parking?
Yeah.
There's like a big hole, and after, have you seen it?
It's all glassed over.
Okay.
I
Did
took
you
a
drive up?
photograph.
Joe, you drive up the... No, you don't drive.
I do, but I don't have a
Not
car.
here. I mean, you don't drive here.
No.
So, because you drive up to the car park, don't you?
Yeah, so as you're driving up to the car park, there's like a grass verge, and it's literally just here, but the whole thing is a hole. So I've tried to take a photograph of it loads of times, because when we was walking past it on the dating site, I was like, oh my God, I found Darby's dating pool. And all the grass is dead inside it.
Yeah, literally.
I thought it was hilarious. So every time I've tried it today as well to get a photograph, I was like, it still looks the same. It looks flat on the picture. It doesn't do any justice for the joke that I wanted to post.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's how stressful. That is stressful. I think dating, dating in general is quite stressful, but dating in modern world, I know we've discussed this before, but it's because say in my 20s, when I did go out dating, you went out on a night out, you'd meet people, have a chat, ready to see them again, maybe. Or you'd see the regular people like week on week. Now it's all sort of digital.
Yeah,
It's all
literally.
digital. And so today, right, this is where I was going. So this perception you get from a dating website, so you've got a picture and you don't know if it is who they're saying they are, and they could be married. That's the other thing, is that because there's lots of things, because we're in this Prick Advisor group on Facebook, and there's lots of people who do that. So it's a dating group for women who post things about their experiences with men. Some very horrific experiences, some quite funny. But today we did a talk to do with tabletop role play in an occupational therapy lecture with a professor who we've only met on Teams, and we've like,
But we both thought it was going to be really small.
yeah.
And then we met him and he was really tall.
Yeah, we thought he had dark hair because this from his image, because he always has this like the Star Wars ship behind him when he's on Teams, and he's been on Teams quite a lot, hasn't he? With like all like presentations and like.
But it must be the
meetings with them.
lighting, because we thought he had brown hair.
Yeah, he
and
does
he was
grey.
small. And he had grey hair and he was really tall, and we was like, ah.
And we literally had a Teams meeting with him. So if that's like, and then I was like, oh my god, imagine like when you FaceTime people and how different they think they would be in real life. It's very illuminating, wasn't it? It was good though. It was good. It was really good this morning.
Yeah.
So
My old sister is trying to date at the moment. Like, she's single. She's been single for a few years now, and
how old's
she's
your sister?
oh god, she's about to be 28.
Okay.
But she hates it. Like, she said it's so difficult to find a decent person. Like, she's been on a couple of dates with people, and she's just struggling so much. And she, like, bless her, she wants like kids and the marriage and stuff. And I think because like she's about to be 28 as well, she's feeling that pressure to meet someone. But she constantly, like, every time I speak to her, she's like, I can't find anyone. Like, and she's like down south near London, and she goes out, like, she met one guy because he was like dancing really weird at like a festival or something. But she said like anyone that she sort of clicks with and she thinks it's going to go really well, it just doesn't. And either she gets ghosted or it just goes nowhere. And I'm like, I'm so glad. Like, I say to her, I'm so glad that I don't have to try and date right now, because I don't know what I'd do. I'm such a hermit. Like,
Yeah.
I'd never go out.
I actually seen a video like that on Instagram, and it was a woman, and she videoed herself, and she was like, how I expect to meet the love of my life, and she sat at a kitchen table just eating crisp, and then the front door opens, and so you just hear a voice in the background go, hi, I've been waiting for you. And she's like, oh great, sit down. And it's like, if only. Take the stress right out of it, wouldn't it?
I think that's the thing. If you're not sort of an outgoing person either, you know, because I think because of like the way the world is sort of everything is very digital, and we're not forced to go out anymore. Whereas before technology progressed, we had to go out, we had to go and interact with people. It wasn't any choice. Whereas now you're not forced to, so then it makes it harder. You really have to make an effort to go and, I don't know, join. I keep saying there's like this bloody thing keeps coming up on Facebook, bloody hiking for singles. I am not hiking.
When we actually went on it, you know, the thing like you just said about the fish, and that was the things that we said was the biggest ick, is like, if they start the sentence and stuff with my kids are my world, like, yeah, so am mine, pal, but you know, there's got to be more to you than that.
Yeah.
And then it was the whole like holding a fish or going on a hike, because we was like, they might want us to go. Absolutely not.
No. Go for a walk in the woods. Or it's like Sunday.
I'll go on a little walk and, you know.
What's your ideal Sunday? Going for a walk, going to the pub and a glass of wine. Seriously, yeah, most people like to do that on a general basis, but have a little bit of imagination. See, that's the judge is coming out. But
Or back in a box.
But I think nowadays you really have to. I mean, I know lots of people have put, because of the group that the Prick Advisor group we're in, a lot of people have like really given up. You know, like with your like similar to your sister in terms of like dating sucks ass, and so they've gone up on dating apps. So it's like, well, how do I meet somebody? And so the suggestion is like, what's your interest? Go and join a group that relates to your interest.
D&D.
So, right, let me tell you this. You remember that group that we joined another dating website, which was for nerds?
What?
It was marketed.
Magical.
I forgot what it's called.
I can't, but we
But-
stayed a little bit.
But no, and I only managed to delete it the other day because I couldn't work out how to delete it. And I kept getting all these notifications. Not my type, that's all I'm saying. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll not elaborate on that. Well, yeah, just yeah.
So, anyway.
You guys are happily. Would you relate? Are you married?
No.
No.
I didn't know you were engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Aw.
I didn't know you was engaged actually. I'm like sat here smiling thinking, yeah, I didn't know that either.
Did you not? We talked about it on the Valentine's thing.
Yeah.
That's
That's
February.
since
What
then,
do you-
just,
Yeah. Don't be surprised. It's not that one of us forgets, so I'm taking the fan. I'm pleased I remembered.
Congratulations again, then.
Thank you.
I probably said that last time as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, could you tell us a story about how you got engaged?
Yeah.
It's coming back to me now.
Yeah. On Christmas Day.
That was it.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was very nice. And he asked my mom before I did it as well for permission.
Oh.
But I ruined the whole thing though. He was supposed first time he
Do you
came
remember?
to yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I can tell you. So the first time we ever met, we was where I'm from. So we went up to, it's like a memory hall where I lived for like a dead soldiers that was out on the sea. And I took him there the first time we ever went out together. And he wanted to go there and propose as well on top of the pyramid thing. But it was snowing so bad, so I refused to go. so he had to rethink how he did it. And so yeah, after we ate and opened presents, he did it. It was very nice.
That's so sweet. How long have you guys been together?
It's going into the 4th year.
Oh, that's so nice.
When do we buy our hats?
Huh?
What? That's what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buy a hat for a wedding.
Get married.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The massive hats that no one can see over.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm just
Well, I'll just say smiling and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, how long have you been with your partner?
Oh, 5.5 years.
Oh, blimey.
We met, so I moved here for university and I met him the introduction week. It was really like, do you remember like the induction talks?
Yeah.
Like the welcome talks. It was one of those, but it was at, I think it was like Britannia Mill or something. And then they were like, right, all the history students go back to Curdleston Road. And I got up and like this random girl that ended up being my friend. She was like, I don't know where I'm going. And I was like, I don't know either. And I overheard him saying he was going to walk it. And I was like, oh, we'll just follow him. And that's how we met. Like I met him and then realised he was joint history and journalism. And yeah, like a couple of weeks later, we went on like our first date. I fully dropped into his DMs. I didn't know if he was single. I was dropping so many hints in that induction week that I was single. I was like, oh, my ex this. I was like, come on, like, give me something. Tell me if you're single. And yeah, I like messaged him and I was like, I really don't understand referencing. Could you teach me?
Shut up, Ryan.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, let's meet in the library. And so, yeah, we went to the library. Didn't talk about referencing. Didn't understand it still. But yeah, and then we went to Nando's as a friend thing, he called it. But it's because when we were at Nando's, he was like, oh, I don't want to put any pressure on you, like thinking this is a date or anything. And I was like, oh, so you're taken. He was like, no, I just don't want you to feel like uncomfortable. And I was like, well, I am single. Are you single? And he was like, yeah, I am. And so we like, yeah, arranged a proper first date. But yeah, we've been together ever since, and we moved in like 5 months in because of COVID, and we've lived together ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
That gave me goosebumps. That gave me goosebumps. That was good.
Oh, that is an absolute litmus test. That is, if you were forced to live together, really, weren't you? It's like either you live together or you never see each other.
Well, that was the thing, because I wasn't from here. It was like, oh, I'll go home, and I was like, me and my dad will probably end up killing each other if I have to go home. And it was just, so happened that his mum was like, oh, you can move in here because you don't know when lockdown will lift and you have to go back to university. And she's like in Alice Street, so it was convenient. And yeah, we just moved in together. We like celebrated our 6 months in COVID living together. And like everyone was telling us, if you can get through COVID together, like in isolation,
Yeah,
it'll be fine. And yeah, we've been together ever since. And he has dropped hints that he's going to propose this year. So at some point, because I have every single year it gets to our anniversary, I'm like, another year. I'm not getting any younger.
You'll have to tell him about Bettina's story.
Yeah, so yeah, when
Apply some pressure.
when he goes like, do I say when I was on the
So-
radio?
Can I just add before we go off track? Kira's just messaged and said, it's giving Mean Girls energy when she asks for help with maths.
Yes.
Oh,
But she said that's so cute.
I know Josephine reads romance books, but she's living in her own too. You could literally do like a story.
Yeah.
I know, that's so sweet. And also, you're very entertaining, Kira, and we're missing you.
I know, we are.
So
actually.
stop that right now.
We love you, Kira.
Josephine's far more entertaining than me.
No, I'm not replacing you.
I agree.
No.
Although,
Bettina!
Away with Kira.
So mean to each other. Kira, we love you.
Yeah, we'll set up a protest for you later.
By the way, Kira, can you put my clothes on dry?
She's
All the
she's trying
dishes
to-
away.
No, they're away. It's just my
Okay.
clothes. She said no dishes.
No, do it yourself.
Oh no, she's like, yeah. Oh, you're so. And she's poorly. Get well soon, Kira.
Yeah, we're all,
She
we're all
looks
with
like
you in
death.
spirit.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, but
Bless her.
bronchitis is no joke.
oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it's really awful. So she's.
So she'll be having all the stress. Oh my god, right on top of...
No, she's
She's
not.
on
She's
placement
working.
here.
She's on placement.
She tells me that quite a lot.
Yeah, she does. So do you know when you're on placement year, do you still have assignments to do?
Yes, they have one big reflection, I think. If
What,
I
at the
remember.
end?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah.
So at least that she could actually
She-
rest.
I don't think she started it yet.
When's it? No, it's.
Outing her.
Sorry, Kira.
Reflections are fine. Don't take that long.
God, I can't even... I'm so over reflecting. Like,
I'm not
our,
good at reflecting.
Our whole degree is about reflecting.
So, do you want to go for a song?
Yeah, should we
Yeah.
go for a song, have a little bit of a break, and we'll be back soon?
She said it's due in May. And she have
Hello.
Did we actually decide what we were going to talk about?
We didn't.
I was still talking about dating. I was
You-
talking about stress and relationships.
Usually we spend that break to be like building up a plan for what we're gonna like bring next, and we just spent that whole time talking about eating summer holidays, which is always a good topic. We can talk about that.
No.
Right. We just throw her out.
Absolutely not.
Just throw her out.
I just
We've not
like-
got time for that negativity around here.
I hear a lot about Ian Summerholder.
As you should.
Yes.
As you should.
She needs to be grateful. Like she came and watched the show, the question and answers in South Wales
Yeah.
when we went. So we watched the live show with like Damon and Stefan, so answering like questions and answers panel
That's quite
thing.
entertaining.
It was, wasn't it? I was so excited. I was like a child, honestly, because that was the first time I've ever seen them in person. And then I was like, oh my god, Charlie and I'm meeting them both in a bit for a photograph. She was like, all right, take a breath. And then I had a joint photograph that day with them both. And then the day after I went for the meet and greet, I was like a child. But I'm okay with it.
Yeah, let's change the subject now, because
Yeah.
otherwise you could literally spend how much time?
I'm trying to recruit Josephine.
I'll come with you.
Josephine doesn't need any convincing at all. So,
He used to coming as well. Say used to, like Kira and Bettina.
When is it?
July.
July.
I don't know, sometime in July. After we've graduated.
No, it's the week before, so it's the 12th
Is
and
that?
13th of July, I think.
I don't know, I'm just like, yeah, I'll go.
I will put that on a maybe. I want to, but I will
Daniel Giles is going to.
Who?
Elijah.
Really? I've heard so much bad about him. Okay, wait, Charlene is getting upset here.
Sorry.
And Rick's going.
Oh, he's. Oh, yeah.
This is a very niche conversation.
It's alright, it's not our fault that you've not watched the show.
No, I'm talking about the listeners as well. Oh, Daniel, I wish you were here to support me. This is just not funny. Do you know what's even worse is that my daughter and her friends have watched it, and so Vicky has conversations with her, and so it looks like I've probably got to pay for her to come to at least one of the, because we're staying over, so we're properly going out on Saturday
Well, your
night.
girls hadn't watched it, Adra, when we first went to London.
Wales.
And
Wales.
had they watched it when we went to London, though? Because
What?
I remember us...
What, in August?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Can't remember.
We were sat at the table, and the only person I could think of that would appreciate it was Bafana's daughter. So we actually FaceTime Bafana, who's... Have you met Bafana?
Yeah.
On our course, and her daughter's like 13. And I'm like, put Alina on. She's like, why? I was like, because Enzo's over there, and her and her daughter was at like FaceTime, and Alina's like, oh my god, go and talk to him right now. It's like, put the camera on Charlene, and they were like, that's terrible. So unappreciative.
Yes. But I do like Comic-Con though. It's like, I like the vibe.
Absolutely.
I like the people. I like the people who work there. I'm just not fussed about paying a lot of money to go meet stars.
No, I wouldn't be if it wasn't Ian.
No. I don't think there isn't any. My only exception out of every single person is Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Superman.
Yeah. Literally, he is the only person.
Tyler Laughlin's coming to...
Really?
Yeah. He's a Superman.
Yeah, on the series. He plays it in the
Oh,
series.
yeah. Yes.
And
He
he's,
looks
and he's
short as
Derek
well.
from Team Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
So he's coming. And Team Wolf was at the other one last time when we went, when we was in that whole like Twilight Zone.
But
so
Styles. Styles Stilinski is the
Yeah.
only one from Teen Wolf I'm
Oh,
bothered
that's
to see.
Styles.
I'd love
Everyone
to.
needs
He was
his
great,
Styles.
Styles, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was definitely my favourite character.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's good. It's
But anyway,
good done.
back to stress because Charlene's getting stressed. About the whole
No, actually, I'm just getting a bit bored.
This is what she's like at Comic Con, and I'm kidding.
I'll go and talk to other people. I am like, so do you know when she went to go, the last time we went to London, and she went off to go meet the people, I was sat with all the boyfriends. I was like sat chatting with the boyfriends of, you know.
I bet they thought we was like a couple. I was in the queue with all the girls, and she sat at the table with all the boys that are not really interested, and I'm like, going in now.
Actually, we've been for ages. So yeah, I was having a good chat with them. I was like, no, my friend.
My friend is in the queue. Do you know what though? I must admit, it's one of the. I would never afford to go somewhere like Comic Con, like ever. And it was only because obviously Ian and Paul was going, and I was like, oh my god, Ian Somerhalder's in the UK. I have to be there, and I actually can be, so I'm going. And Charlene came along with me for the ride. But do you know what? We went to Comic Con and we just fell in love with it. Like,
Yeah.
it was the atmosphere, the people. We've got a whole little Comic Con family. So there's like a lady in South Wales that we met the first time we went, and she's messaged and she's like, oh, I'm coming to Birmingham in July. Are you guys going to be there? And was like, yeah, absolutely. So she's going to meet us for a coffee. And then there was two other girls that we met, one from America and one from London, who they was there together because they've obviously been friends for a while. But even they've reached out and was like, are you going to the Birmingham one and the one to London in August? It's like you just meet so many nice people. And I actually took my daughter to the one in Liverpool, and Charlene couldn't come with us, so I went with another friend and her two little girls. And the adults, do you know the way they are with the kids? It's just so nice. There was a Taylor Swift, the reason that's my main reason for going to that one, there was a Taylor Swift tribute act and my daughter just loves her. And I didn't want to take her to a concert because she's only 8 and she's being assessed for ASD, and I don't know whether she'd cope with a concert. So I took her there and she absolutely loved it. But there was a guy dressed up as Deadpool and one dressed up as a Lego man. And they were literally just like dancing with all the kids and everything. And just, you know, the atmosphere is like, the kids loved it. And I've got a photograph of the guy who was Deadpool. He gave my little girl his gun. And it's like a toy one thing that was in his pocket. And he's like lay on the floor and she's like this over it. But they just was so entertaining. And you wouldn't get that in a lot of places. So I will advocate for it all day, every day, you know, because they actually have spaces and everything like chill out zones and sensory rooms and stuff. So it's so nice for like people to experience some things, but have places to like go and be yourself as well in the same place. So yeah, but I will advocate and talk about that all day. So looking forward to going back.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a nice reunion.
Yeah.
A way to de-stress. I can't wait because it signifies graduation and the end of not the undergraduate, not university, but undergrad.
Oh no, God.
And,
University's not get rid of us.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, it's just getting to that point of not being stressed.
And
I
Ian
think
and
it's
Paul
not-
are there as well, so it's always bonus.
I don't think it's even being stressed actually. I think it's just being overwhelmed with how much there is to do. And
Yeah.
that's the main thing, to be fair. But anyway, you were, when we were chatting earlier, you said about sort of like not even stress in dating, but stress in relationships. Just doing what was your other half doing? So I was doing socks. I sort of half heard.
Yeah, he has a really bad habit where he'll take off his socks because I'm autistic and I hate socks. Like, I can't stand him wearing socks around the house. Like,
Wait,
You wear socks?
You can't wear them?
no.
Oh.
So like socks on carpet, socks on like I can't. He gets home from work and I'm like, take your socks off, like straight away. I just can't. Like they're not even on me, and it's.
What is it? It's like a sensory thing. Is that
Yeah,
the noise?
it's like, well, I think it's just my head. I'm like, I can feel it. Like I can feel. I don't know. I can't explain it. But it's been a thing for years, and like he calls me like the sock police because like, literally he'll come home from a long day at work, sit down, and I just look at his feet, and he's like, I know, I'll take them off. But what he does is he'll put them in the sofa, His stinky socks and the amount of times
Is
I'll
that
then
a boy thing? Because my elder boys
think
do
so.
that, and it's so annoying.
so annoying. Because then you go to the sofa to sort it out, and there's loads of socks in it, and I'm like,
Oh,
why am I collecting your
gross.
socks in my sofa? Imagine if someone came over and just pulled out one of your stinky socks. Like,
Oh,
It's definitely a boy thing. Absolutely.
oh, definitely.
that's so
Yeah.
funny. Although Kira said it's relatable. Free the feet.
Yes.
Whereas Daniel's like, no.
Is he not there for it?
He's not there. He's like, your feet. I mean, I think, sorry, but men's feet are just not attractive.
I don't like any feet.
I don't like feet, but I
like
don't
my
mind
own
George's feet.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just his feet are disgusting. Like they're men's feet, like, but it's just I
You'd
don't
rather
know.
the feet than the socks.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I hate socks. Like even now, talking about, it, I can feel that I'm wearing socks. I'm like, I just want to take them off. But like, if I see someone walking around in socks, I'm like, why are you walking around in socks?
Do you know what? Maybe so. Like I said to you, my daughter is being assessed for ASD,
Yeah.
and she has a really weird thing with socks. And if she doesn't have, like, do you know when she's getting ready for school in the morning, if her socks aren't of a certain feel,
Yeah.
or if they don't fit her feet perfect, she won't wear them.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that she's got socks that perfectly fit her feet. And you know the cotton on the toe bit, sometimes if it's too big she has to wear them inside out.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm not there, my mum's actually, well, once or twice I had to take her to school with her socks and be like, she has got socks but she won't wear them. Honestly, just puts shoes on.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe, I don't know.
So, what do you do? So, when if people come over,
Yeah.
are you going to make them take their socks off?
Well.
Because you would make them take the shoes off, because obviously you've
Yeah.
got new carpets, or you don't want your carpets to get soaked, because that would be my thing. But then if like, oh, you've got to take your socks off.
I think I just ignore it because then my brain goes into there's someone in my house. It goes into the like autism, like, right, how do I act? Like, what do I need to say? Like, I just, yeah. And then I feel weird. Like, imagine like if I went to George's dad and was like, can you take your socks off?
That's what I was thinking. Because I
Yeah.
was just thinking, I wonder how people would like.
Just get a sign, in our house we don't wear socks.
Yeah.
Well, some people, like, I think it depends as well. Because, like, some people, like my family, if my mum came over and I said, Mum, your socks are really bugging me, she'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, no, it's fine. And she would take them off.
Yeah.
But, like, I think other people who might not be aware of, like, autism and stuff, they might be like, what do you mean? My socks are annoying. Like, they don't get it. And it
Yeah.
has taken George, to be fair, years to sort of understand it. Like, for me as well, if I have a shower, I'm like hyper, like can feel everything, and I get so grouchy, and like it just he has to deal with a lot when it comes to my autism, because I can't deal with it. And like sometimes I'll come home and I'm like, I just don't want to talk to you, like be here, but like I'm gonna sit over here and don't exist for a bit because I have to live with you, but I can't people right now.
Yeah.
Like I need to
Decompress.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's been like a stressful day, like you've got a presentation or something, and then I'm definitely like, right, where's my Kindle?
Need to just not people for a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
relatable actually.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
But that's definitely like a stress, like relationship stress for me, being like autistic and stuff, and him never having met anyone with autism before. It was such a learning curve for us in our relationship, and it's definitely been stressful at times because you're trying to explain to someone how your brain works when like he's never even suffered from anxiety or depression or anything. So it's like trying to get him to sort of get that I'm not just being like difficult or like nasty, you know, things like that. That's definitely been like a stress. But now we're like 5.5 years down the line. It's so much better. But even now, every now and again, like just the other night, he started talking about trains. And like he was going on for ages, and I turned to him and I was like, who's the autistic one?
It's like really hyper focused on a train.
I was just sat there for like 5 minutes, and I was like, he is really popping off about trains right now.
Take yourself on a train ride, pal.
Yeah.
Was it an interesting conversation about trains? Just out of like curiosity.
I can't remember what it was. I think I was saying down.
I was like, that's no.
Yeah, I
Definitely
do that
not.
a lot. I think, yeah, neurodiversity's definitely come with a lot of zoning out. I can literally like be in a conversation and it's not even like I'm not listening to people, but I genuinely don't know what they've said. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. So yeah, I do that quite a lot, to be fair. And even you know now, don't you? Like if we're on the phone, she even knows when we're on the phone, and she'll be like, "You're not listening to me, are you?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
I am. I'm still here.
I was like, no, you're not. You're doing
Just
something
sending you a
else.
reel.
Yeah, I know she's reading something. She just go really quite.
Oh, see, I don't even do that. I just go quiet. I just go completely silent. I'm like, I could just nod along.
I think
like,
that is like because it's on the phone, and I'm just like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
We actually had this conversation before, didn't we? Because we were saying about. So when we do presentations, in fact we actually got called Vicaline today by one of the lecturers.
It's always together.
He made an announcement and introduced us as always being together, and he was like, so for the rest of the lecture he just called us Vicaline, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. It's like, here we are. But we were saying, I watched a video and it was saying like the difference between like the autism and ADHD brain. And when we have a presentation, something that we've noticed, and we laugh about this a lot, is when Charlene's going like down a slow route, I cut in, and I know that can come across really rude, and I know that it really irritates her. But one of the things that I do to her is whenever she goes like this, oh crap, she's off on a tangent, and I know it straight away. And she goes, so this young person, and I'm like, I know at that point it's not going to be relevant to the topic. We're talking about. But she said, I was watching the videos back on replay, from the radio. She was like, and I'll start a conversation but then not say it. What was it? And then you'll like start it again and go around in a whole circle, and my ADHD brain then goes, shut up, Charlie, and I'm going to just join in here. But and then she shouts at me for doing it. And I'm like, we have a whole thing, don't we?
Yeah, we need to be. This is why we need to be really rehearsed with presentations, because and I've noticed that. See, I did it just then.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll start. Case in
Right
point.
on cue.
I start.
I think we've lost them.
I start a sentence and then I process it. Then I start the sentence again. It's like my brain's processing while I'm talking, and I realised that I do that. And I do it. I've noticed it. When I was like looking, I was like, watch our radio show back. Not just because I'm sad, because I'm looking for clips. And I noticed I do that a lot. It's like I'll start, then stop, then start again. I'm like, that's so annoying.
But in presentations, it comes with a start and then I'm like, oh, side quest impending. Side quest pending even. No.
You're just bad.
I know that. I'm owning it.
Daniel said Sharky is better. than
Sharky.
Sharky. Than Vicaline. And Akira said, do you know, it was like saying about zoning out, that she's just too blunt. She'll just say, mind you, I say this sometimes, that it does, she says she doesn't listen to a word you said and it comes across as being rude. I think it depends on who you say it to and how you say it. Because I do it when you're talking sometimes to me and I go, I'm really sorry, you have to start again because I just wasn't listening at all.
Yeah, she does do that.
Yeah, I do that to George. Like, he'll just go on and I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't actually listening to you.
I think that shows you've got a good relationship with somebody when you can do that.
Yeah.
Because I think we do it to each other.
That's
so.
it, because we can bully each other up on these things and we know that we both do it.
Yeah, we do.
Owning it, honestly, like no one's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it shows that you can have that level of like, yeah, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for.
It is trust, though. You do
Yeah.
if you feel comfortable doing it, it's because you trust that they will react, like in a way that's appropriate for the situation. You know them enough to know that I'm safe, so this isn't gonna result in
Getting shouted at.
yeah,
or,
Yeah.
misunderstandings
Yeah.
and
Daniel will vouch for that. So when we have our enactors meetings and we get like, we can get right snappy at each other. You know, we're trying to put like a presentation together or a pitch together, or we're trying to do something. And then was it Ewan that said to you, you used to go from like that work relationship to like being friends again. It's like we did it. What was we was putting the pitch together, weren't we, for regionals? And he was like, I don't like it like that. And I was like, I do like it like that. But we had a whole thing, didn't we? And then we finished it anyway and come to an agreement. And I was like, do you want coffee? But everyone in the room just switches off. Just leaves us to it, don't they?
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I have been there. I can vouch. It happens.
I mean, that's it. We can do it, and I think that's why it works. Actually,
Yeah.
is because we don't take anything. We can be savage with each other to
Yeah.
a degree, but not take it personally. So that's why I think it works.
Well, exactly what you said. If it was somebody who you didn't trust and they was to take it personally, we only do that when it comes to our work. And I know it's because we've both got a high standard. Because we've worked in groups of other people where they've sort of expected us to drop that standard a little bit, and we just no, like, because this is my grade, and we can be a bit like that. So I think,
I'm exactly the same.
yeah,
I hate group things because I always get put on groups with people that thinks I can help them get a better grade, and I'm like,
No, that's not how it works.
but it works like that though, because if they don't do it, I will do it.
That's so bad.
see. Yeah, and we had a group work where it was all graded on all of our work as a joint effort,
Yeah.
and we was getting sort of the same response.
Mhm.
A little bit, not quite so much when they didn't want to do any work because they did, but it just ended up being a whole thing. That's lecture intervene and everything.
We had to have mediation.
Yeah.
It's all good now, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all
I mean, it
good.
was.
It was all good straight away.
First year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See,
But-
I knew someone who, like, I was in accommodation with her in my first year, and I caught up with her when she was in third year, and she failed her degree because she had a group project and the others didn't do their work, and because of that one assessment failing, she couldn't get her degree. And like
That's what I mean,
she
it's
tried
not
to get
fair.
it still, but because it was a group project and the others just didn't put in the effort and didn't do it, she failed her entire
That's-
degree, and she had to do like foundation, and I think she redid foundation, so she was there for 5 years at university and then she didn't get her degree.
That's so unfair.
Yeah.
It was so unfair just because this one like group project she failed, and like she tried to fight it and she didn't get it.
That is horrendous.
That's
Like Daniel's
awful.
just said he had to go and fight. So he went in to the lecturer even, and they ended up marking it separately because of like the balance. Kira's just said that that she worked with you in a group and you hated her.
Okay, so the thing is,
different work ethics.
I think like if I'm done before deadline, I have another week or two to look through and improve. Kira is, I have 2 days, I can do it. I'm not like that. Since I have really bad anxiety, so when I get a bit stressed, I get panic attacks and stuff like that. So I just learned that I need to have time to process, and since English isn't my first language either, I have to think about grammar, language. I have to make sure that this and that is, but yeah, so everything, time is very, I'm very routine. So if I tell myself tomorrow I'm waking up at 10 and I'm going out the door 5 past, if I'm not out the door 5 past, I get anxious. It's just, yeah. So no, with Kira can jump in the ocean if we're ever getting a good honestly, it stresses me out. But to be fair, when I told her you have to actually do something because I'm getting pissed, she did do it. I trust that she's doing quality work. I just don't. I'm just not.
Jump in the ocean. With a crushing face.
I'm just not comfortable with the times different in time specters we have.
Yeah, it's like it's
But-
a total different approach. Is you know the
I think because we're quite the same with that. That's why it works
Yeah.
with us, is because we both have that high expectation.
Yeah.
And then it can be difficult if we work with somebody where they're Kira.
But no, I don't
Yeah.
think it's even Kira's not working. I think it's like that we are. I mean, I think we're probably more similar to Kira in that we're quite
Yeah, absolutely.
last minute.
We can
I
be
was
last
gonna
minute.
say, I am exactly like Kira. I am a last
Yeah.
minute. I remember staying up till like, I don't know, like before midnight and sending in at like 11:59.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah.
We had one due once, and we was on a call to each other, and was like, right, I finished mine.
Last
And we was
January.
like, did we read each other's?
Yeah, we're trying to proofread each other's at 1:00 in the morning.
Well, so
She trusts my high quality work. She just wants me to jump in the ocean. On holiday, Kira. Not for any other reason. In a nice way.
Yeah, I do love you about your ginger shots too.
that's so nice.
Love ginger
Just
shots.
ginger though.
Huh?
Just ginger shots. No
Yeah.
more, no other shots.
No,
No.
she only asked for the ginger shots.
Yeah, just needs the ginger.
Does she want any of our shots?
The tequila is gone. No. Oh, there's a Nordic weekend on Lidl. There's so much Swedish and Norwegian sweets there, and I'm like, yeah, 21 pounds out of my just for Swedish. I have a picture of it. I'm going out.
Gonna see all the Swedish.
We had a karaoke night, and we all had way too many shots that we shouldn't have had. Oh.
Yeah, that's salty licorice. That's chocolate. That's some sweets and that's some Swedish there. But
Nice.
that's the best thing you can ever.
They look really nice.
Honestly. I had a-
Daniel, Jay, talking about deadlines, Daniel was saying the first year he was like night before, but this year is like week or two before, so it's been a little bit more organised.
Well done. We
Well
didn't
done.
learn that
I
lesson.
don't know, because literally for a dissertation, like it was like, right, we'll get it done in the summer. Not done that. Not done
I
that.
thought the same thing, but I didn't.
No,
Oh.
and there's someone yesterday was had dissertation supervision, and
What's she saying?
what she said.
I vouch for that. The first tequila shot I've had in years is because of Charlie.
We are not terrible influencers.
The amount of
at all.
shots you gave me that night.
I didn't. Well,
Yes.
that's what we were doing. It was a great night. Never too many shots, Daniel. That's right. Never too many shots.
Poor Daniel and Sam, one of our members, was like the last two standing with me and Charlene that night. And Daniel would vouch for us if he was here. And at the end of the night, because we was all on karaoke, and it must have been about 2 a.m. and we decided to sing Whitney Houston. Was it I Want to Dance with Somebody?
Yeah, it was.
We just lived our popcorn. Not popcorn.
Pop star.
Pop star, like the inner dream came out. I remember being on like the stage that they have in the Friary, and there was all these people in front of us, and we was like passing the microphone down to them and everything for them to join in with us. And then we just gave the DJ the microphones and left. And Daniel was like, I couldn't even get through to video you because there was that many people stood in front. I don't know who we thought we was in that moment, but we loved
We need
it.
to-
Beyonce.
Yeah. We were. I know. Kara sort of getting you home wasn't fun.
I don't remember
You
getting
were
home.
very emotional that
Did you
night.
cry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she did.
all I remember is Kira laid in my bed crying, and me sat on the bathroom floor puking and crying. So I don't remember getting home. All I remember is me and Kira walking out of Friary and then home. Then I was on the floor.
Do you think she was crying because of the experience?
No, she was crying because we went out and it was our housemate's Adam's birthday, and we went out without him because he didn't want to join us. So he got out of his room because he was worried because all of us both of us just sat there crying in my room. And he was stood in the door and like, "You okay?" She was like, "It's your birthday," and I was on the floor like, "Happy birthday!" It was just.
I bet that was a phenomenal birthday present for him.
He looked dead as worried, honestly, and I don't understand how we got the what's the word? The steps
Yeah.
to my,
Yeah.
to my room is steep. How Kira went down those stairs without falling is a miracle. How I got up those stairs without remembering it. A miracle. Honestly.
And while you were doing all that, we was probably still on karaoke.
Yeah, but then we went for a kebab.
Yeah, but honestly,
Oh.
it's a
Got
10
to,
minutes
got to
walk
done.
to our house.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 with Kira, 5 with me.
So I think we left at about midnight. So
Yeah,
we
it took
definitely would have been.
us like 30-45 hours because Kira showed me a picture the day after. I'll go show it.
Oh my
There was a
God.
guy dressed up as Santa, and I've got a photograph actually of me and Bettina with this random guy with Santa. And we're
Really?
like- Yeah, I'm like.
Are you serious? Do you still have that picture?
Kira said she
Yeah.
does. She remembers before she did blah blah blah. Doesn't remember going up or down the stairs. Just remembers breaking the toilet seat.
Yeah, she broke her toilet seat. She sent me a screenshot of her conversation with her boyfriend. Like, I broke the toilet seat or something. And he was like, oh.
How did you do that?
That was a wild night out for you two. As I feel like that was a totally different night to what we had.
We met all these counsellors like on the year below us, and they were just done their fitness to practice, and obviously we'd done that last year. So they were asking us loads of questions, and we was like, let's have a look.
Oh my! So for context, it's like the pictures. It looks like, do you know when you do the travelling to chalk a body? That's like literally the picture that Bettina's just showed us. It's like she's like a body double for a murder victim, basically.
I'm gonna see.
I love the fact that Kira though took the time to take
Photo.
Before she helped me up.
That's true friendship.
That is.
But I think moral of the story is if you're gonna go out drinking with Vicky and Charlene, be prepared. I didn't think we did that many.
But all the counsellors was like, oh my god, we've just done fitness to practice. Can you give us some pointers to see? We just want to know if we've passed. We was like, well, we don't know if you've passed, but I'm sure you've done amazing. Do you want to be a Spice Girl with us?
Onto a serious note. Spice Girl?
I know, we don't know where we...
That was terrible.
But we
song.
did. We got them all up and sang If You Want to Be My Lover.
I'm looking at the screenshot Kira sent me for a conversation with her mom. And Kira said that it wasn't even that late.
Wasn't it?
12:10. I love so much. I made mostly. I'm so work. Dirty. I broke toilet. Some drink. Why?
It's like a nothing conversation. I need to pay more attention when we go out with these guys to see what's happening.
I am a suit. Damn birthday, Adam.
Now that could be taken in so many contexts.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
But the I broke toilet part killed me.
So anyway, next Christmas we're going to the Friary.
I know.
No. Oh.
We was actually thinking
May.
of Easter karaoke.
Oh.
No, not Easter. No, end of May.
Yeah, oh god, May.
Yeah, so May is going to be.
After exams.
When's your?
Yeah.
When do you finish all your exams and assignments?
My dissertation is the 12th. My other assessment is the 15th, and then I don't know when my exam is. It probably in between 15th and 20th, in between there.
Well, that's good timing because all our assignments are in by 6th of so our dissertation is due the 28th of April. Then the next assignment 6th of May. Then all our documentation hours and everything's got to be done by the 21st of May. Then we are celebrating.
Yes.
So that
And
times
it's
with
party time.
then it's like then we'll go to the Friary for karaoke again.
No
You can join
tequila.
us if you like,
No
Josephine.
Yeah, Josephine.
I'll come out.
Open invitation,
Yeah.
100%.
Thursday night Friary, here we come. Is it a Thursday?
No,
What night did we go?
Thursday.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Thursday.
Is it
It
Thursday?
was a Thursday, but I don't know if we can check if we still do
Did we have a lecture like the day after?
Friday. Yeah, we
We
did.
did
'Cause we went
go.
into the lecture.
I
No,
had-
we did it with Friday afternoon lecture. We did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because I went to Ryan on the Friday after, so yeah, it was a Thursday. Then. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to lecture. We wasn't great.
I was on the train for 3 hours. It wasn't.
Oh, bless you. But yeah, we're definitely going to celebrate because we would deserve it. We're doing a sort of series of celebrations. We're going out, we're going to Markeaton Park with all the lecturers in our cohort. Then I think we might be going out with 4 drinks even with them.
Yeah.
Then
The lecturer suggested rounders and a picnic on Markeaton Park, so we're going to do that.
That's lovely. I used to play
These are our
rounders.
first lecturers. Let's come.
Yeah.
We are lecturers.
yeah, come play. I haven't played rounders since I was at school.
I played it at uni last year.
Really? Were you good at it?
No.
Oh, we could set up a not good rounders too.
I mean, actually, you know what? I couldn't hit the ball at school, so I definitely be able to hit it now. Might be able to run.
I don't even understand the concept of it. Like,
You just hit it and run.
is rounders one where you run round, and then
Yeah.
cricket's the one that you run like that?
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
get 4 points. It's a bit like baseball, isn't it?
Is it?
Rounders.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, in some way, yeah. There's just
Yeah.
different rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the rules.
You have to drop the bat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I never did that. Every time I was like,
You start running and be like, oh,
yeah,
just
Yeah.
chuck it.
yeah.
So if you run with the bat in rounders,
No, you have to throw it away.
but if you run with it, does that mean you don't win?
You're out.
Yeah, you're out.
Wow,
Kerry
that's
said
harsh.
you wasn't that bad. And also rounders, where you run round.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that as I said it.
I
I still like to clarify.
I know it's like Kira like that. I didn't
Yeah.
get that. That
But
was
then I
like-
was like, because there's a different ones, isn't there? Because there's like cricket, which is the that way to that way, and then there's rounders. But obviously in rounders you drop a bat, and then baseball you don't drop the ball because you
No, you run with it. I'm pretty sure.
run with the bat.
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure. I don't know. To be
Is-
fair.
Is baseball the one where you have to try and go all the way around? Whereas
Yeah.
rounders you can stop.
Yeah, but you should try and go all around.
Yeah.
But you can
It's
stop
the
at
same-
a base, can't you?
Yeah,
on
yeah.
rounders?
There's first, second, third, fourth, and then around.
But if you're between bases when the ball is in play, does that mean you're out?
Yeah.
So yeah, so if I was, so there's one here that throws the ball. No, here they throw the ball. Here they hit it. No, the other way around. Throw, hit. So if this person here takes the ball, someone throws it to them, you're out if you're not on the base. But if they don't have the ball, you can run around all the time before someone takes the ball and touch the thing. And if they do that before you get to the second or third base, then you're out.
This is like when I'm at work because the rest of my team are like the sports side. And they'll talk about sports and I'm just sat there like, no idea.
Very nice for you guys.
I only joined because Kira wanted me to do. She went 2 times.
How many times did you go?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yes, because I really enjoyed it. And then it was exams. And then I didn't go. And then I just didn't end
Sports
up going.
clubs are expensive as well.
Yeah, rounders, I think it was £30 for the... So it wasn't that bad. but-
Kira said she's got commitment issues.
yeah, she was gonna go to the gym with me also.
I'm joining the uni gym actually this weekend.
Why don't you guys join
Why,
together?
yeah, join the one in town. We can go together.
I was going to go to one down here.
Why can't we go together, Charlene?
Well, down to this one down here.
What do you mean down here?
Down.
No, in town, the Pure Gym.
No, no.
Come on. You said you loved me once.
I do. I do love you, but I thought that one's easier.
It's more expensive though.
It's £100 for the year. We'll discuss this.
Yeah.
I feel
Let's
like
just-
the whole conversation is going
Yeah,
on.
we do. It's like, yeah, I do want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you signed up for one, and yeah, you never gave us those gym updates.
Oh.
That was like when you
Because
first.
there was none to give, that's
There
why.
wasn't, right, it was a huge fail because I went once and it was fine. Okay, so I went to like 11 o'clock in the morning. I thought, oh yeah, I can do this. This is all right. Went the next day at 6:30 in the morning, which was going to be my normal time for going, and it was full of men, but it was like gym.
She rang me at like, was it about 6:30, 7 o'clock? She's like, the gym's,
7:30.
gym's full of men. I'm not
It
going
was
in.
like 90%. So I went in, did 5 minutes like warm up on the treadmill. Then I couldn't get, because I'd go to do weights, and it was like all the benches were full. And I was like, right, so do I stand around awkwardly waiting for a bench to come with to become free? But it's all men.
You know, there's a women's only gym in Derby.
What?
Really?
Is it?
Yeah. It's near. Oh god. I don't know.
This is all like
Derby.
new information to
Could
us.
Google it.
Like Darley Mill, like that area.
See,
know?
I have no idea.
I don't know Derby very
Me
well,
neither.
but I know there is a women's only gym in Derby because I looked because I was like talking about stress, stress going to the gym.
Ladies
It is-
gym, Derby, yeah.
Yeah,
There's 2.
it seems quite sweet. I had a look, but yeah, definitely no men there.
Yeah. See, I
So-
don't. Once I'm in the group.
Tone Zone.
No, that just sounds.
That's what it's called, Tone Zone.
Yeah, it's
Which
like-
one's that?
Join now. Oh, you can get a 3-day pass.
I know, but do you know that just gives me the ick straight away? Say tone zone. It's like I want
Well, that's
weights.
just what they've called it. They've got weights. They've got a full thing.
Kira, I can't play tennis for love nor money.
Why? I used to play professional tennis.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was really good. I don't know what I am now, but
Well, the fact that you play professional tennis would suggest that you were really good.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I can't hit the bloody ball.
I was very proud of that. But it was very expensive, so I quit. And then I found out my mom got support from the state paying for it, so I didn't have to quit because she didn't even pay for it.
That's quite good, to be fair.
Oh, that does look quite good.
Oh,
actually.
that's women. Yeah, yeah. You get like a free day pass, and I think as well they'll do like a free session with you to like introduce you to the space and like going to the gym and stuff. But like you can go, I think at any time. It's like 24 hours. But yeah, they do classes as well.
I can't
I'm
do
in
classes.
Derby all the time, and like
I
that'd be
know.
so cool because I could go on my way home and not have to worry about.
It's
it
not
being
far from here.
closed.
Like from the university, it's not far at all if you drive. So
I think we might do that.
Darby, yeah, I might have a look at that actually.
Yeah.
Okay, no gymming with Bettina.
Bettina, come with us.
Join this.
Take
I
care.
already paid for I had a 9-month fix, so
Ah.
it was much cheaper than having a monthly.
when that
Oh,
ends,
it
Yeah, I'll probably be out of Derby. I probably won't be here.
Yeah,
Oh, don't be saying that.
Tone zone.
We've got attachment issues.
I come and visit.
yeah.
I take Ryan's car and then I come and.
Daniel used to play professional badminton.
Did he?
Yeah, I like
Oh.
badminton. I can that because it's slower. I can hit it. I can see it coming.
You can
And
see
you
it.
can't see a lot, so so it must be effective, guys.
That's true. See, we could go and play badminton. That'd be quite. I mean, it's funny.
Can't we do that in the sports hall?
Yeah.
Can we?
you'd have to rent it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's £8 for 55 minutes. I think that's what
Why
Kira said
haven't
it was
we
with
done
the
that?
tennis court.
Oh, that's all right.
But if you have a membership with the gym, it's free.
Ah.
But I don't know if you have to rent out the gear, the rackets,
The rackets and stuff. That's
Where's
something to
Johnny
look
when you
into.
need him?
Yeah, that's something to.
I don't know. I go down there and I'm like,
Apparently
I'm not
it's-
supposed to be.
Oh, into the gym.
Yeah. Like I have like meetings and they'll all talk about like sports and bus team and bucks and I'm just like I zone out. I'm like,
This is my cue to leave.
Yeah,
but
same.
like I had a real moment because like Johnny and Anton used to be like personal trainers. And then there's just me and I'm like, I can't go up those stairs. I'm getting out of
It's
breath.
your lift.
And I'm like, I do not fit in this team. They like we had to take the roller banners up and down like this hill for freshers, and I was like, no, I need to get fitter by September.
This September coming.
Yeah, because at Freshers Fair, I was like, I'm not coming back up. I
It's
stayed
gonna be-
down there.
Yeah, 'cause it's a big walk, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I was up and down, but like I ended up. I think I helped Sky like bring some of the
I
studio
remember
stuff
you saying
back
that
up.
you did
Yeah,
that, actually.
but no, that was my first.
I was knackering.
Do you know what? It was knackering because I hadn't met any societies. No, I'd met Warhammer. That was it. But I hadn't like met any societies, any student-led services apart from Sky. And so I literally latched onto Sky and Warhammer the entire time I was walking around talking to everyone. But like next time I'm gonna have like a trolley full of like waters and snacks. I'm gonna take care of my committee members. Because I was down
So
there
glad you're
and I was
staying
like,
now.
where's the food? There was protein bars and I was like, that's not food.
No, it was a nightmare because we were on it for
Yeah, because we had the stall pretty much all day, didn't we?
for all day, both days, and Sashwat
Yeah.
was there with us for a lot of it as well. But yeah, there
On the
was.
first day, Sashwat was there. The second day, it was us, wasn't it? Or did Sashwat come the second
He came
day?
for a little bit of it,
Yeah.
and then had to go. But yeah, it was a nightmare for like food and drinks.
I think because I was new as well, like I had only started like 2 or 3 weeks beforehand, but obviously no one's met me. The amount of people that would come up to me and be like, do you know where Josephine is? I'm like, I'm really sorry, this is now awkward, but I'm Josephine.
I am she.
How can I help you? And then they'd ask me questions and I'd be like, I need to find my manager. Because I was like, I don't know how to answer your questions. I don't know anything. Like, even now I'm still learning. Like, a society or like committee will ask me a question. I'm like, I'll get back to you.
That's all you can
Like,
do though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing an
But-
amazing job.
I was just
Oh,
gonna say that
cute.
you've been like an absolute
Yeah.
godsend this year for us as well. Like every question is
yeah.
like, well, just ask Josephine, she'll know the answer.
Do you know, like, stress. It's so stressful starting a new job, especially when it's like, you have those students and they come to you and ask you those questions. And like, for me, it's like, I want everyone to have the best experience they possibly can while they're here. And I want to build those relationships with those students. And so it's that stress of like, whenever like, oh, I can't do something or something, I feel like I'm letting them down. And it's like I know the Nerd Socks want to do like a 24-hour event and it's now only a 12-hour, and just that I was like, I'm so sad, like I wanted that to happen for them. And yeah, and then it's like, am I doing a good job because someone asked me a question and I don't know what it is?
But you can't know everything though.
No,
And-
I know.
No.
But then it's like that's how you learn though, is by
Yeah.
and that's a good thing about people asking you questions, especially it's like that you don't know, because
Yeah.
then you know for next time.
Yeah.
That's what the learning curve is though, isn't it?
Well, one thing we had, like, as a union, we had like public speaking training, and he was like, oh, you just need to like talk to your students like you would anyone else. And I was like, oh, I do that. I was like, oh, okay then. But like, it is surprising because you're intimidating. Like, students are scary. Like, I get worried because
Thought we
it's
was
like,
nice people.
no, it's in like, I think for me, I just want you all to like have the best experience and to like the union, and the union be a positive thing. And so it's that sort of like, oh, what if something goes wrong? Or like, I don't know, just anything, like anything that happens in the university. It's like, we all want to make sure it's like, I don't know, not impacting students. And then if we can't help, it's so like the amount of us that like have it on our shoulders, like wishing we could do more for students. And I think that's where it makes it like scary, because I will have committee members come over to me and like open up to me about their experiences at uni, or that they're struggling and things like that. Like, I had a committee member and they were struggling with just like paying for things, like, because obviously you only get a certain maintenance loan and stuff. And I wanted to give them money. And I was like, I genuinely can't give you money. But like, you're sitting here telling me you have no money for like food. I want to give you £10, like, so you can eat. And it's like, that's really not okay. Like, I can't do that. But yeah. So I just went on a tangent.
I think
there,
it's
but-
really I think it's really nice though that actually students felt really comfortable to come over and say that to you, which is like massive credit to you for being that person who someone can, because that can't have been an easy conversation. So the fact that they felt comfortable in your presence to be like, I can't afford to eat, and
Well, it's just sad because there's so many of us at the union who just want to help students as much as possible, but we can't, like, there's so much we can't do. And there's so many of us, like, I know people I work with and they'll go home at the end of the day and they'll be so sad because like a student's come to them and said something and they can't just jump in and fix it for them. And it's like, we're in that difficult situation, and like with that one student, I was like, well, why aren't you getting more maintenance loan? Like, why aren't you like getting more money and things like that?
Yeah.
But even like when dramas happened in committee, I'm like, right, let's sit down, let's sort this out, like, because then it starts impacting like the stress and stuff, and I'm like, no, you don't be stressed, you're at uni's stressful, let's sort this out, let's make sure like your separate time as committee or a member isn't stressful, because this is supposed to be like your break, your getaway from it all.
Yeah.
Like, I was a student here, I know how stressful it is. Like, yeah.
Shows how much you care. It really
Yeah.
does. Like, literally.
I think a lot, like, I'm quite glad I work for the union, because so many of the people I work with care so much, and it's such a loving, like, student-focused environment, and I'm gonna be so sad when like loads of my committee go, because I feel like, yeah, I've like made these connections with all of you. I'm gonna have to add everyone on like Instagram and LinkedIn just so I can see what you're getting
Stay in
up to. Yeah, because you're gonna go, and I'm gonna be like, oh,
Why not?
We're not.
oh, I know you
not
two
this
are.
year.
Yeah, why
Not
not?
this year.
Yeah.
Are you leaving then? Like when you graduate, like do postgrad?
That's a no.
I don't think, yeah.
Please.
But for my
Aw.
course, it's not beneficial for me to do a master's. Or it can be beneficial if I want to go into teaching, but one of the qualification degrees equals a master, and it gives me a professional qualification as well. A master don't give me that. So that's what I want to do, to see if someone actually employs me. And I can then do my CIMA or ACCA qualification, so I also get more paid if I'm professionally qualified.
Yeah.
But with the master, I'm still not professionally qualified, and with the qualification too, you have to have 3 years with experience, and the master will then just take 1 year off. So
So there's no real benefit for you, is
no,
there?
not unless I really want to go into teaching or stuff like that.
It's,
Come and do the MA education with us.
What?
no, Daniel said do the is it CIMA?
Yeah.
CIMA?
Yeah, CIMA.
We're doing an MA in education.
I have no idea.
Oh,
what it
master?
is.
Really? Are you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're doing the specialised pathway for SEND and inclusion.
Oh.
So, because the tabletop role-playing game that we've designed ourselves, we primarily work with SEND children. So the point of it is basically to build that research project and combine like psychotherapy principles with education, and how we can use it as like a tool to educate on emotions and social connections and things like that. So
Yeah.
so we're
That's so
trying to
cool.
do that.
That's awesome.
Really looking forward to it. We've met all the team, haven't we, of lecturers as well, and they seem so lovely.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
Let's get this one out of the way, and then
I'm going to be really sad though when we graduate, like, because there's so many nice people like on our course, and there really is, and it's going to be so bittersweet because I'm so ready for it to be over and ready for that like next part of the journey. But I'm going to be so sad to like see everybody go.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see us all on the Market and Park crying, playing around us.
yeah.
that will be us. Like literally, we'll all be a mess.
Because we've been here 4 years, because we did the foundation year. So a lot of them that so we've literally left you.
Our friendship
Right.
story is a bit like Josephine's love story, so we had an introduction as well. Literally, we did.
So Vicky was late.
Yeah.
It was the first day of induction. And,
Late for induction as well. The room was all sat down.
Yeah.
All these people sat down.
Came with all the bags.
With all my bags like I still do, and I'm like, hi, sorry.
She came and sat down next to me, and that was it.
Yeah,
Friendship was born.
yeah.
That's so nice though. Like I didn't really have like that, because I was at uni during COVID, and it hit halfway into my first year, and I remember being in the lecture, and the lecturer was like, yeah, you're not coming in anymore, like this will now be online, but we'll figure it out, but you're no longer to come in. And then we didn't come in properly until third year, So by that point, no one on my course really wanted to get close to each other because we hadn't had that time. And so it was really sad for me because I'm like, I'm not from Derby.
I don't know
I didn't go
anyone.
even here. And I was like, damn it.
That's so
Yeah.
It was so annoying. And like, we still paid the same amount as like everyone else, but we weren't even here.
I think it's really nice now though. Does it feel like you're getting like a second wind of like student life through the union?
Yeah, if one of the things was I applied for a job at the university in January of last year because I was like, oh, I'd love to go back. Like, I did love being at university. Didn't get it. And then I got a temporary job in the graduation team actually, and I was only going to be doing it from, I think it was like June until November or something like that. And then I saw the union job come up, and I saw it on the last day it was open.
Oh my goodness.
And then I applied, and after 2 interviews, luckily got it. But ever since then, it's been so nice because I've been here. Like, I know where everything is,
Yeah.
and I know the atmosphere. I know lecturers. Like, I'll walk around, I'll see my old lecturers, and I'll be like, hey. And then it was funny because the head of history, she was like, well, if History Society do anything, come to me. And I was like, I will. But yeah, it's so nice. And it's nice to see like others go through that journey that I went through here. And it's nice because I can also relate, and I can be like, yeah, lectures are hard here, or like,
It's great insight, isn't it?
it is. I think if you actually talk to a lot of union staff, a lot of us went here as well. It's almost like, yeah, it's very rare. Like, you'll have staff at the union who either haven't gone to university, like most of us have. Like, we've got one person I work with, he's like got a doctorate, and it's like so cool. But yeah, majority of us went here to study and then ended up coming back.
That's
It's
lovely.
nice.
I think, do you know, like, because I had a bit of a thing where in like first year where I actually went to another university for a week because there was a whole family situation because my auntie is quite poorly, and it was a predicament that it might have to have been me going back to Manchester to help with care down there and stuff like that. And I remember going to Bolton University, and I was like, I'd done my foundation year here, and I sat in this room with all these people who were really nice people, to be fair to them, and I did like 3, I don't think it was 2 weeks, I think it was 1, weren't it? And on the third lecture I was like, nope, it's not for me. I was like, sent all the emails begging and pleading, and then Cappy was like, yeah, that's fine, just come back. I was like, I'm on my way. I was like, so I had to commute from Manchester for a full year,
Wow.
honestly, every day. And then my mum was coming to have the kids, and I was staying over in a hotel, and that because my mum lives in Worksop, so it's a whole thing. So she was driving to me to have the kids because they was in school, for me to drive up here to go to uni. So then in the end I ended up staying at my mum's, and I was like, do you know what, I'm just going back because it was just too much. But I don't know, it just, the feel that I got from that university, and like my son's at another university in Manchester, and I know like quite a few people gone to different unis, they don't describe the same feeling as like Derby University. Like, I don't know what it is, I just feel like it's really homely. Maybe that's because we're just here all the time, I don't know. But I just feel like the atmosphere and the people and even the staff, like lecturers that aren't even our lecturers, have been like amazing, haven't they, with us with like our project idea and like helping us with research and being in an Actis and meeting like Anne Wiley, who's like Ewan's lecturers and stuff. They're just so supportive, and like the stuff that they send us, you know, like Anne tagged us in something on LinkedIn, didn't she? And it's like, it's just so nice how like helpful they all are. And I just feel like I don't want to leave. Like, I'm going to drag my PhD out forever just so I can just have constant access to the university, like literally. So I do love it here.
I love it here too. Do look to end on that note.
Yeah. Well, it's 5 to 7 and we've had one break tonight, so that was cool. But yeah, thank you to everybody listening and watching.
Next week.
Next week we're going to do live D&D.
No, we're not.
Is it next week?
Stop it. Live tabletop role playing. We don't
Oh,
do
yeah,
D&D.
sorry. No, that's
Stop.
because we've done that lecture with Ian today.
Yes.
So we've been in a lecture today. I don't know if I said this on the air anyway. But we had like a whole thing with the OT class. We went and done a bit of D&D and then talked about how we've incorporated it. I think it's just in my head, to be fair. But no, we're going to do a live tabletop role play game. using the story that Charlene and I wrote ourselves, and we've recruited some live players in the name of Bettina, Kira, and Daniel, who don't have a clue what player they're going to be.
Oh, I just have to ask. Me and Kira talked about that. I am awfully competitive. Is
It's not
there
a competition.
No, everything is a competition. So
Bring it.
it's team play, isn't it?
Yes.
Can Kira do something wrong?
If she rolls a 1.
Yeah, she was.
So that's gonna end up with me being pissed.
I'm gonna have to
It's gonna
tune in
be-
for this.
Yeah.
I'm so
You just have to watch your language if you get a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can talk in
Try to
Norwegian.
roll a 20 and it'll all be in your
Yeah.
favour.
Right. I really hope she rolls a 1 now.
That's just bad for Kira because she get it. If I get it, it's fine. No, I am very competitive. It's awful.
So it's kind of like a collaborative story that we'll be playing, and we'll set the ground. I'm not going to tell you anything what will happen, and you guys then decide what happens. But then what will happen is when you've made that decision of what's going to happen is you'll roll a dice, and depending on your dice roll is whether that works out to your plans or whether it's going to go horribly wrong.
So if it goes horribly wrong, I need to leave their booth.
Go take a few seconds.
Process.
Muffled sounds coming from outside the studio.
So we need a fourth person. So shall I play?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to play with you.
Oh, but I like you. That can't be mean to you. I get.
What about Daniel?
Yeah, I like everyone.
Yeah.
But
Just
I,
not Kira.
to be fair, I made my sister cry once when we played Monopoly, so I don't think
I get that. Monopoly brings out the worst in
It does.
people. It really does.
she didn't talk to me 2 days.
No. Honestly, Monopoly deal.
This
best
is totally
ever.
different and it's really funny.
It is. You'll love
So,
it. Promise. Honestly. Okay.
So,
Congrats.
yeah. So
Got
all
this.
I'm going to say is join us next week as we take a trip to Sunstone Valley to see if that you guys can retrieve the Sunstone
We can.
and get all the powers that you need.
Yes.
And that is all you need to know.
I
We'll
hope you all
see
have the best time.
And we'll see you all next week in Sunstone Tavern. So on that note, we'll see you later.
Bye.
I am serious though.